10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, sports concepts and rationalizations. We do it each and every day, except on Tuesday. We call it the 10-minute drill.
GSF through the roof.
And at the end of the drill, because it's the forgotten holiday this weekend, we have a wonderful prize pack.
We do.
What does that include today, Beef?
Today's prize pack from the Father's Day gift guide at 1010XL.com is $25 to Woody's Barbecue, $25 to the Edwin Watts Golf Shop, and $25 to Woodcraft. Those and other great gift ideas at 1010XL.com. Just click on the Father's Day gift guide.
Jeff Prosser, do you now believe that the Hawks will win this playoff series?
That's
Do you
a
want to
dangerous
apologize
question.
to our guest Guggen Judge
No,
for
of course
your
not.
vicious attack?
No. Why would I do that?
You wouldn't pick the Hawks.
he still
It's
hates
old
that.
news, man. That's like going to a player, okay, who yelled at an NFL referee in week 2, like week 5. You owe him? No, I don't owe him anything.
Okay, just
Moving on.
asking. Just wanted to
God, don't ask me that question, man. I can't. I mean, it's just too much mush involved in that, in the potential answers to that question. Yeah, I do. I think they'll win. What do you think? It's a better question. It's hard to ask somebody so invested. There's this part of it that makes me wonder. The Sixers really have blown them out 4 of the 5 games.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they came from 18 back to win Game 4 in Atlanta. They were down 27. Who comes back from 26 down? Nobody. They were down 24 points with 14 minutes to go. So there's some fluke in there. But I can just say from the Atlanta perspective, the Hawks have had some really good teams, like almost best teams in the league regular season 5 or 6 times in my life. And you know what? They'll be the 1 seed, and the 4th seeded, Pistons in 1987 will. And it always works like it does like it's doing for the Sixers. They've got 2 16-point wins that they led by 20-something the whole game. And then they've got 3 3-point losses.
Yeah,
but I think they'll win Friday.
They go Friday. All right. You consider yourself a golf
expert.
Expert?
I'm kidding.
Golf fan?
I love golf.
You love watching it. You watch a lot of golf.
I do. I started to get a little nervous about that reputation. I don't think I do like I did when that reputation was born. Like, I'm not watching as much LPGA and Corn Ferry as I used to.
All right. Well,
but
this is a PGA Tour question.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 2 teams.
All right.
You tell me which team is going to have a more accumulation of success at the United States Open this week.
Okay. Which group of players?
2 groups.
2 pods. You're going to be 2 pods.
2 pods of 3 players each.
Okay.
All right. Pod number 1 includes John Rahm.
Uh-huh.
It includes Dustin Johnson, and it includes Mark Leishman. Okay. John Rahm, Dustin Johnson, Mark Leishman. Just for this week.
Okay.
Pod number 2, Brooks Koepka, Victor Hovland, and Max Homa. Which group?
I go 1.
Which pod would you pick?
I would go 1.
You'd go with Rahm, DJ,
Well, I
and
trust
Leishman?
I trust Leishman over Homa. That's why. I don't know why Homa is in that group. He's not in the same level those other 5 to me.
Okay.
Although he's won a couple times. Probably got as many wins as Leishman.
Yeah.
It's funny because here's another thing, too. DJ's not playing good, but you know what? It doesn't seem like that matters.
He started to round his game
Like, if
in
you
a little
start
bit
to
last-
I'm not picking this great golfer because he's not playing good. Golf's a fickle game, man. 1 week to the next, and, you're bearing down on a major.
This is
what is that from? Why are you asking me those particular ones?
That's just a personal thing for me.
Oh.
This is just a...
I know what this is. I just got an international. I just got...
You picked my team, by the way.
I picked yours. Well,
yeah.
good. So you should be happy.
Okay, next question.
I picked yours last time, too.
Yeah, here are the 9 golfers this guy says can win the U.S. Open, yay or nay. I don't need a next.
Well, this is where I always threaten to walk naked. I'm not doing that, but I'll yay or nay. Yeah. Okay, can win?
Yeah, these are the one of these 9 golfers will win at Torrey Pines.
That's what it says?
Yeah. John Rahm.
Okay.
Well, he can win. Mm-hmm. Brooks Koepka.
That's another interesting one who's hurt. I mean, is he really going to compete and contend? Maybe he does.
He competed at the PGA
true.
a couple weeks ago.
That's true.
Bryson DeChambeau.
In the crowd, hurt his knee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dustin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Victor Hovland.
Mm-hmm.
Rory McIlroy.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 2 that I would have to say, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm okay with all those guys, by the way. They can win.
I get can or will. Is it will or can?
Well, it says will.
Yeah.
But,
Well, they yeah. I don't think Rory McIlroy has a snowball's chance
okay, well,
in
let me
hell
ask
of
you this.
winning the
Do you want to take these 9 or the field?
field.
Really?
Although I don't know. You got some good. Who are the last 2?
Last 2 are the X-Man.
Okay, I was going to say he's not on that list.
Well, he is now.
Yeah.
And Tony Finau.
Okay, here's the problem with that list.
Yeah.
Where's Colin Morikawa?
He's not on this list.
Where's Bryson DeChambeau?
He's on the list.
Oh, he was?
I mentioned him. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's really not that brave of a statement. He gave you basically the top 9 on the betting
Correct.
odds.
Correct.
But no, I would say I don't like that because I think Colin Morikawa's got as good a chance as everybody on that list. So if you
agree.
leave a guy off who has good a chance as somebody on, and he may be the only one though. As I sit here and think who's missing there. What about Spieth? He can't win.
Yeah, Spieth could win.
Right, that's another one. So I think that number's too limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not comfortable enough to take the field because you are giving me like 6 or 7. What about Pat Cantlay? He could win.
Pat Cantlay could win.
Yeah. No, I would not go with that, but I wouldn't bet the field, but I think I would take the field. I don't know if I would, though. I can't make up my mind.
It's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Something has happened in, a lot of things are happening, but another concept in rationalization, this from Major League Baseball. I was wrong about an observation I had about a month ago as we continue on into the season. Do you remember a month ago how, at the start of the year, teams like the Orioles, I think you said the Diamondbacks swept your guys?
Yeah, 3 out of 4. I keep calling it a sweep.
Okay.
It felt like it. 3 in a row, though.
The Pirates were Frangie had his chest puffed out because they were like
Sure.
12 and 14. And,
Yeah.
Gritty gutty is what he kept telling me. They're gritty gutty Pirates. All we do is we go in and we battle and so I said I made this observation about a month ago that I think the gap is like there's not as many bad teams. The bad teams aren't as bad as they were. Mm-hmm. Remember a couple years ago?
Now
when
we got like 3 historically bad teams.
A couple years ago when we had a full season, we had like 4 teams lose 100-plus games. It was like phenomenal. Like it doesn't happen that well. Guess what?
We're gonna have it again. At
They're
least
all
3.
back.
Yeah.
They're all back.
Yeah, those 3 that you mentioned are playing historically bad
The
baseball.
O's are
and the Braves
terrible.
are chasing them.
The Diamondbacks are worse. The Rockies are no good. The Pirates are 23 and 44. It's just the Rangers are falling on hard. There's a lot.
By the way, everyone who's in contention, and by the way, I would suggest to the Atlanta Braves, make a lot of moves at the trade deadline, not because you think you can win this year, but get rid of all these guys you keep telling me are going to be good, because they all stink. In other words, if I'm the Braves, do not protect the farm system that is not supplementing you. Deal them. Go get, Gallo and one of those pitchers. They have a pitcher any good or no?
Oh yeah, you got to attack. Actually, if that's a good
That's
point.
what I mean.
If you're a team,
Yeah, you go after the Rangers.
You got to
They've got
attack
some
those
talent.
guys. Yeah, and they're going to trade them.
Like, I would go to the Rangers before I go to the Pirates and the Orioles.
Yeah. Oh, the Pirates are going to trade.
They got a bullpen guy, too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember which one.
Aren't they going to trade the Frazier kid, too?
Yeah, I think I heard that, too.
So, anyway.
Again, I don't know. The Braves are, really, seriously, they're getting beaten right out of any kind of.
I'll tell you another good player on the Diamondbacks, that Marte kid.
Yeah, for sure.
And he might be available.
Cattell Marte.
Cattell Marte, not.
Yeah.
And the other Marte might be available from the Marlins.
No, he's not with them anymore. He's with the Nats, isn't he?
What?
No, that's Castro, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Castro. Never mind. I get those guys.
But anyway,
confused.
the bad teams are bad again, is I guess the point I was trying to make. So.
Yeah, and the Braves are one of those. Oh, there's that point too. Yeah, they really are, Dan.
They're not the Orioles.
Dan, if you have 5 games in succession and you lose them 2-0, 3-1, 1-0, 10-8, 10-8, you suck. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't lose games 10-8 and then lose 3 games 3-1. I mean, it's anyway. I buried him yesterday, so it doesn't matter.
You did bury him.
Yeah, I hate to speak poorly of the dead, unless they're the Braves, and then I would like to speak poorly of them every day. Kind of a redemption couple of days. Do you think? I don't know if Kevin Durant's fair to say he's redeemed, but considering how many people are probably pulling against him, stepping up when it mattered, he proved everyone wrong with that 49-point game. So
I think he reminded people
maybe a reminder,
how good he is.
More than a redemption, it's a
you
reminder.
guys cannot like me. You can say what you want to say, but guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay, okay. Did Paul George do the same thing last night?
Well, he's not of that level, that ilk, but that was big.
I think I will say this about Paul George. Yeah, he's not Kevin Durant. That's like a 3 or 4 man through, but he is in that group behind.
Yes.
As much as people might not like this incident or that attitude. What he did last night to put that team on his back with little to no talent and win that game in Utah was as surprising as any postseason game we played.
Again, I go back to, it's weird in the NBA. You want to give credit, but I also want to say that's shameful by Utah.
It is.
You're at home. You've got,
they
got
had 17
build a
first
lead.
half threes.
Yeah. How do you, because you don't keep shooting that hot. No matter how many threes, you live by the three, die by the three.
Paul George did something last night, too, in the game that you just love to see when guys do this. And you know what he didn't do? He didn't stand at the top and dribble around and pull up for a shot. He drove to the basket all night long. And then he became kind of Trae Young just from the standpoint, you know how Young will drive the lane and then do some wraparound dish out to the corners? Paul George was doing that.
Problem is with Paul, like Durant will always – Paul George, somewhere along the line here as we go forward, will throw up El Stinko and be playoff P again.
Well, that could happen.
So,
you understand when they say playoff P, they're talking about that in a positive term, not in the negative connotation.
No, that's not how I take it. Playoff P was coined by Paul George, right? Didn't he coin himself that before he had done anything?
No,
I think they took shots at him.
Yeah, I will say this. I mean, we always say before he did anything, but he took he took those LeBron Miami teams to the brink with Indiana and no help.
No, he's fine.
So,
he's a really good player.
Yeah, he would be kind of like what he did with Indiana is kind of like what Trae Young is doing now with the Hawks. He was, but anyway, playoff P was
playoff P
night.
said I've been in Indiana where I had to lead a franchise. The beauty here is that I get to do it with one of the best in the world. In Kawhi. Is Kawhi, by the way, we'll have to ask Doc Murphy here, but there's some rumors. Is it an ACL?
Well, I've never heard the word ACL and then saw a guy 3 days later. I know you can sprain the ACL, but it seems like the sprains, the ACL is not attached to as much. Now, it could be wrong. Maybe Doc will set us straight on all that, but if the ACL is in play, I wouldn't feel good about Kawhi Leonard moving forward.
Yeah.
They've basically already said he's out for the series, which may just go one more game. Don't you – now the same question that you demanded an apology of the judge from.
Okay.
Now, who's more likely to win?
The series?
Well, by the way,
both
you
3-2.
also blew the question.
What do you mean I blew it?
Well, we both did. They both lost.
I didn't blow anything.
Oh, you said Hawks. No, you just said that I should say Hawks.
I just wanted you to apologize.
No, which one of those one seeds has got the best chance? Or Utah, the 1 seed, down going to play Game 6 at the Clippers, or the Sixers, the 1 seed, going to play at Atlanta? It's the same thing.
It's kind of the same to me now. I've lost faith in – I thought Utah was a better team than the Hawks, but I've lost faith in Utah. To lose that game at home, I'm not –
No, that was bad, and to have a lead.
And again, it's kind of weird in the NBA. Normally, you just want to laud the great player, but I feel like there's criticisms for the Bucks and Utah and Philly. I mean, what are you guys doing?
That's fair.
I mean,
100%. You have to understand the Atlanta does not come back from 26.
No, that's
what
you said. I saw it last night.
It's anti-Atlanta.
Philly did a very Atlanta-like thing.
Yeah, that's correct.
Un-Atlanta or
however
you want.
I own that. That's fair. That's true.
The Falcons were down by the same amount of points.
Yeah, that was a little higher stakes, but yeah. We have this one is flying in. Chips heavy right now, 9B and 295. Don't even need the music sting, but we got a speed trap alert at 9B and 295. That whole, coming together there. Keep your speeds down or they're going to get you today. So there is that. I don't understand the logic. I don't understand, is this just speaking in generalities and cliches, but what Brian Schottenheimer said yesterday was the most patently ridiculous thing that we've heard the entire offseason.
Whatever.
Beef. This is Brian Schottenheimer where – guys, it's time to tamp down the enthusiasm. Apparently, we're in the middle of a quarterback battle.
We're not in a position where we're saying, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're letting them all roll. Everybody's getting reps. We want this thing to be really competitive. Ultimately, when we name a starter, we'll name a starter, and Urban will do that when he's ready. But I've just enjoyed watching these guys compete.
No, you haven't. You've enjoyed watching Trevor. Come on.
Like we all have.
Yeah, I don't – you know what, I'm not – God bless the other guys. They're professionals. They're NFL quarterbacks. Wish them nothing but the best wherever they go. Because it doesn't.
Certainly won't be on the field here.
I'm not enjoying what. And by the way, if it was a competition, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 4 and 3 got to get a few more reps because they never get reps.
It's not.
So
come on.
I mean,
it's not like you need to do psychology with Trevor.
Yeah.
The only risk you run there is maybe finding that fan who doesn't pay a whole lot of attention, and now he's going into this break thinking, my gosh, is Trevor not impressed them?
Well, maybe it's just the message of, look, I don't care who you are, where you're from, how you do. And they got to do it that way. That's fine. Go ahead. Have at it. We'll see you September, whatever that Sunday is,
That's fair.
in Houston with Trevor.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. Beef, caller number 3 at 641-1010. Let's give out that prize pack. Remind them what they're going to get, and then we'll talk to Doc Murphy when we come back.
Caller number 3 right now, 641-1010. Going home with today's Father's Day gift guide prize pack. It's $25 to the Edwin Watts Golf Shop, $25 to Woodcraft, and $25 from Woody's Barbecue. Call now, 641-1010. Or for those and other great gift ideas, check out the Father's Day gift guide at 1010XL.com.